In this video, we are going to talk about measures, calculated columns in Power BI, all of that and more. So let's get started. So first we will talk about measures. What are measures? So to define measures, I would say these are the calculations applied at an aggregated level, often used for totals, averages, or other summary statistics. Measures are defined using DAX and can be added to visualizations to provide insights. Okay. So if I want to explain you in a very simple term what measures are, as I said you, it is a calculated field wherein we can evaluate or create DAX queries. In more simple term, if I want to explain you, it is like a property on which we can create calculations like sum, x, count, minimum, maximum, all the aggregated functions that can be created using measures. Okay. We will see how we can create measures or use measures in Power BI as we proceed further. Okay. So that's what measures are. Now, what are calculated columns? So calculated column basically adds a new column to the table based on the DAX function that we have used. Okay. The formula is applied row by row and the calculated column becomes part of the table. Calculated columns can be used for creating new attributes or performing row level calculations. Okay. Let's create a simple DAX measure to calculate the average sales for the entire table. Okay. So what we will do is we will take an example wherein there is a data that is uploaded in Power BI, and basis the data, I want to calculate the average sales for the entire or the data that is uploaded. Okay. Now this measures uses the average function to add up the values in the total sales column, giving us the average sales for the entire data set. Okay. So this is the example that we are going to see to create a DAX using a measure in Power BI. So let's go to the Power BI desktop and create a simple measure which says total sales, or we can rename that as total average sales. So I am into Power BI desktop and you can see on the right hand side, there is one table that is uploaded which says sales. Let me go to the table view and show you the data here. So this is the data, how it looks like. This is the sample data set that is already pre-built in Power BI. I have the segment, country, product. So I have a lot of columns into this and 700 rows. What I will do is I will take this sales column to calculate the average sales. Okay. Now let me go to the report view. So to create a measure, what we will have to do is click on new measure. So if you haven't watched our previous video, how to write a DAX function, I will provide the link in the description box. You can go and watch that video, how we can create DAX function. For now, let me go and rename this measure as total average sales. Okay. Let me use a function which says average, and let me take the column name as sales. Let me close the bracket and commit to this formula. Measure that have been created which says total average sales, and let me take a card visual for you and let me put this total average sales into this card visual. So you can see an average sales measure has been created, and this is the number that you get when you use a measure. Okay. So basically measure has been created, but when you go to the table view, you will not be able to see that measure anywhere in this table. So that measure gets saved into the Power BI memory so that whenever you try to use that measure, it will directly give you the aggregation or aggregated value for the DAX that you have created. Okay. So that's what a measure is. So let us go to the PowerPoint presentation. Now we have created the measure. Now let us go and take an example to create calculated columns in Power BI. So let's create a calculated column and apply a logic to the manufacturing price that is above 150 and get count of price as low or high by using a DAX. Okay. So this formula creates a new column basis on the logic. If the manufacturing price is more than or is above 150, it should give me a high manufacturing price. If it is less than 150, it should give me a low manufacturing price as a new column. Okay. Now let us go to the Power BI desktop and see how we can do that. Okay, I am into Power BI desktop. Now let me first click on the sales. Let me go to the table tools and let me click on the new column. Okay, so as I said, it will create a new column basis the DAX or the logic that we will apply. Okay, let us rename this column as logical column equals to, let me use a DAX if, let us say, a logical test which says manufacturing price is greater than 150. It should give me high price, else it should be a low price. Let me close this and let me commit to this formula. Okay, so you can see on the right hand side what had happened is it has created a new column which is logical column. Let me show you in a table view how it looks like. So you see a new column is added which is logical column, and it is giving me as low price or high price. Okay, now the manufacturing price, as we say, if it is less than 150, it should give me low price. If it is greater than 150, it should give me high price. So if you see, if I just go and click on this and filter it as by high price, click on OK. And if I go and filter manufacturing price, it will show me that, okay, 250 and 260 is the manufacturing price, which is higher than 150. So it has given me the higher price. Similarly, if I go and click on low price, and you will see that the value is less than 150. Okay. So this is how you can create a calculated column in Power BI desktop. You can also use this calculated column as a filter. Now, if I want to add this calculated column into a slicer, I can do that by just clicking on slicer pane and just bringing this logical column here. If you see, I also got this as a filter. I can just click on the high price. The value will change here. If I click on the low price, the value will change. Okay. So this is how you can use measures and calculated column in Power BI desktop. Okay. Yes, that's all about in today's video. Hope you like this video. Please comment below and subscribe to our channel. Have a great day.